Hello students, welcome you all in the series of online classes, and our today's topic is hello students. Now our today's topic is linear inequalities from exercise 6.1. In our previous video we have discussed the question up to question number 20 of exercise 6.1. Now from 21 onwards, there are few word problems. That is from question number 21 to 26 are the word problems. So today I am going to discuss the word problem of exercise 6.1. Let's see how this can be solved. So students, our first question is, that is 21 question. 21st question is, first you read the question, what it is saying. Ravi obtained 70 and 75 marks in first two unit tests. If the find the minimum marks he should get in third test to have an average of at least 60 marks. It means Ravi have obtained 70 and 75 marks in first unit, two unit test. Suppose first unit test, Ravi getting 70 marks, and in second unit test, Ravi getting 75 marks. Find the minimum marks he should get in the third test to have an average of at least 60 marks. Let Ravi got X marks in third unit test. Now the question is saying that what minimum marks should he get in the third test so that his average of at least 60 marks. So now in first marks he is getting 70 marks, second test he is getting 75 marks, and in third test we have assumed that he is getting X marks. So according to question, the average of these three tests are X plus 70 plus 75 by 3, and this average, find the minimum marks should he get in the third test to have an average of at least 60 marks. It means that the average must be greater than or equal to 60, because the question is saying that here his average must be at least 60 marks. So in third unit test he must obtain such marks X whose average is greater than equal to 60. This is our linear inequality, equation of linear inequality. Now simplify it. When you simplify this, you will have X plus 70 plus 75 will be 145 by 3 greater than equal to 60. Now do cross multiplication. So when X plus 145 will be greater than equal to 60 into 3, so that X plus 145 is greater than equal to 180. It means that X is greater than equal to 180 minus 145. So x is greater than equal to, it will be 45 plus 5, 50 and 30, that is 35. It means that Ravi has to got at least 35 marks in the third test to obtain the average of all three tests, at least 60 marks. Or if he got more than 35 marks also in the third test, then the average of the 3 marks will be more than of 60. So your answer is Ravi has to got at least 35 marks in unit test third. In third unit test. Here the main thing is that you have to understand this condition. If Ravi got 35 marks, exactly 35 marks, then the average of all 3 marks will be equal to 60, which is the minimum what the question is saying. And if he got more than 35 marks in the third unit test, then his average will be more than 60 of the 3 unit test. So this is the question. So I think all of you have understand it. Now taking the next question, that is question number 22. Question number 22. See the question number 22, what he is saying. Question 22 saying that to receive grade A in a course, one must obtain an average of 90 marks or more in 5 examinations, which is each of 100 marks. If Sunita's marks in first 4 examinations are 87, 92, 94 and 95, find minimum marks that Sunita must obtain in 5th examination to get grade A in the course. This is also similar like question number 21. In 4 examinations, Sunita got, this is question number 2, Sunita got 87, 92, 87, 92, 94 and 95 marks, out of 100 in 4 in first four examination. Now the question is asking that how much minimum marks that Sunita must obtain in 5th examination to get a grade A overall, and grade A is obtained if the average is 90 or more than 90. So let Sunita got X marks in 5th examination. Then calculate the average. So according to question, what will be X plus 87 plus 92 plus 94 plus 95, and it is to find average. So divide it by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divide it by 5. and this average must be greater than or equal to 90. That is at least 90, or it may more than 90 also. So now you solve these inequalities. So on adding x plus 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 4 13, 13 plus 5 18, 8 carry 1 9, 9 18, 9 27, 9 36, 368, 5 5 is greater than equal to 90. Now on cross multiplication, x plus 368 is greater than equal to 450. So when you find x is greater than equal to 450 minus 368. So see here, x is greater than equal to 2 8 82. Yes, it means that Sunita has to score either 82 marks in fifth examination or more than 82 marks in fifth examination to get grade A in the examination. So Sunita has to secure, Sunita has to got 82 marks or more in fifth examination, to get grade A. It means that if Sunita is securing 82 marks in fifth examination, then he is getting grade A. His average will be more than or equal to 90. And if she got more than 82 marks in the fifth examination, then her average will increase from 90, which is the case of more than 90, and so she got grade A in the examination. But if she got 81 marks, then this condition will not satisfy. Her marks, average marks in all 5 examinations will not be equal to 90. Her average marks will become less than 90. So she will not get grade A. So to get grade A, she must have to secure 82 marks in her fifth examination. This is the way to solve the word problem. Now students, taking the next question, that is question number 23, which is different from it, some different types based on the numbers. So let you see how it can be solved. That is question number 23. 23 is saying that find all pairs of consecutive odd positive integers, both of which are smaller than 10, such that their sum is more than 11. Here, two consecutive positive odd integers are same. So, as you know that consecutive odd positive odd integers come after the gap of 2. Suppose 3, 5, 9, 11, etc. are the consecutive positive odd integers. So when you assume x as one consecutive positive odd integer, then other consecutive positive odd integer will be x plus 2. So let, in question number 23, we assume that let x and x plus 2 are two consecutive positive odd integers, and the condition is given that these both integers are smaller than 10, such that x is less than 10 and x plus 2 is also smaller than 10. Smaller than 10 and such that their sum is more than 11. According to question, their sum is more than 11. It means x plus 2 is more than 11. This is your inequality. Now simplify it. When you simplify it, you will got 2x plus 2, which is greater than 11. Now 2x is greater than 11 minus 2. So 2x is greater than 9. So 2x is greater than 9 by 2. So x is greater than 4.5. As you know that 4.5 is not integer, positive integer, and the value of x becomes more than 4.5. It means we have to take the value of x from 5 and you have to take only odd integers. So the possible values of x and x plus 2 are, when you take the value of x as 5, then you will got x plus 2 equals to 7. So your possible solution are 5 and 7. When you take x equals to 5, then you got x plus 2 equals to 7. This is one pair of solution. And after 5, when you take x as 7, then you will got x plus 2 as 9. But what will happen when you x take 9, which is satisfying this condition? X is smaller than 10. When we take x equals to 9, then we will got x plus 2 equals to 11. And 11 is not less than 10. So that pair will be not its solution. So you cannot take 9 and 11 are the solution of this inequality. There are two pair of solutions for this, 5 and 7. When you take x as 5, then you will got x plus 2 as 7. And when you take x as 7, then x plus 2 will be 9. So when you take the 9, then you have to consider these conditions also. When you take x is 9, which is satisfying this condition, but not satisfying this condition. So the solution of x is not possible equal to 9. To get the solution, we have to check each and every inequality. Here, 3 inequalities are given. This one, and this one. You have to check all the inequalities. Here, from the value of x can be write 5, 7, and 9 also. But as you know that the value of 9 is not satisfying this inequality, so we will not take that. Is it clear? So in this way, you have to find this, you have to solve this question. Now see the next question. I think 24th question is also like this, like 23. And your 24th question is find all pairs of consecutive even positive integers. Even are also after the two digits. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 are the examples of consecutive even positive integers, both of which are larger than 5. Now here the condition is saying that both consecutive positive even integers are larger than 5 such that their sum is less than 23. Now let's see how question number 24 will be solved. Let x and x plus 2 are two consecutive positive even integers. Then what is given according to question? Find all pair of consecutive even positive integers, both of which are larger than 5. It means here given x is greater than 5, x plus 2 is also greater than 5, that their sum is less than 5, and their sum is less than 23. This is the inequality. Now we have to find the solution. So let's see how it can be. Now you add it simply. X plus 2 is less than 23. That is 2x plus 2 is less than 23. That is 2x is less than 23 minus 2. So 2x is less than 21. So x is less than 21 by 2. So you got x is less than 10.5. Now you have to write all such numbers of x even, which is even numbers, such that a smaller than 10 but greater than 5. So possible value of x is what? Possible values of x equals to more than 5 and less than 10. All possible. You may include 10 also. Even numbers. So you can take 6, 8 and 10. These are, we got the three possible values of x. Now what are the solution of this inequality? So when you take the value x equals to 6, then x plus 2 equals to 8. And when you take the possible solution, possible even integers, possible pair of even integers. Now check 1 and 1. When you take x equals to 6 is greater than 5, then x plus 2 will become 8, which is also greater than 5, satisfying. And 6 plus 8, that is 14, is smaller than 23. So one pair of solution is 6 and 8. Is it okay? Now we check for 8. When you take the x equals to 8, then you check 8 is greater than 5, correct. 8 plus 2, 10 is greater than 5, correct. So 8 plus 10, which is 18, is smaller than 23. It is also correct. So 8 and 10 is also will be the solution of this inequality, pair of solution of. And now you check, when you take the value 10, then this is greater than 5, 10 is greater than 5, correct. 10 plus 2 is greater than 5, correct. 10 plus 12, that is 22, which is a smaller than 23, it is also correct. So another pair of solution will be 10 and 12, and this is your answer. So there are three pair of solution in this case. We got 6, 8, 8, 10 and 10, 12. When x equals to 6, then x plus 2 will become 8. When x is 8, then x plus 2 will become 10. And when x equals to 10, then x plus 2 will become 12. And now in every case you see that x and x plus 2 are more than 5. 6 is more than 5, 8 is more than 5, 8 is more than 5, 10 is more than 5, 10 is more than 5, 12 is more than 5. And third inequality is the sum of these two must be a smaller than 23. It means 6 plus 8, that is 14, which is a smaller than 23. 8 plus 10, which is 18, which is less than 23. 10 plus 12, that is 22, which is less than 23. So in this way, you find that these all three pairs are our correct solution of this question. Now proceeding to the next question. Our next question is 25. Question number 25. 25. The 25 question is saying that the longest side of a triangle is 3 times the shortest side, and the third side is 2 centimeters shorter than the longest side. If the perimeter of the triangle is at least 61 centimeter, find the minimum length of the shortest side. Here it is supposed that you have to find the minimum length of shortest side. So let's see how it can be solved. First you draw a triangle. एक triangle बना लिए ABC. Suppose it is a right triangle, and let the longest side of the triangle is 3 times the shortest side. Shortest side is our BC, X. The longest side of triangle is 3 times the shortest side. So longest side will become 3x. And the third side is 2 centimeter, the shorter side. So third side is 2 centimeter shorter than the longest side. So third side, that is AB, is 3x minus 2. Let shortest side of triangle be x, then longest side of triangle will become 3x, and third side of triangle will become 3x minus 2. These all are true according to question. Now the question is saying that if the perimeter of the triangle is at least 61 centimeter, so apply the formula for perimeter of triangles. As you know that perimeter is the sum of all three sides of triangle. So x plus 3x minus 2, the perimeter is at least 61 centimeter, that is greater than equal to 61. This is the inequality. Now solve it. X plus 3x, 3, 3, 6 plus 1, 7x minus 2 is greater than equal to 61. So 7x is greater than equal to 61 plus 2. So 7x will be greater than equal to 63. So x is greater than equal to 63 by 7. So x is greater than equal to 9. It means that the value of shortest side will be either 9 or more than 9, so that their perimeter is. But the question is asking that find the minimum length of the shortest side. So your minimum length of shortest side, therefore minimum length of shortest side equals to 9, because when the shortest side all be of 9 centimeter or what unit, then its perimeter will be exactly 61. So the minimum length of the shortest side is to be 9. First we have to find the three sides of triangle with the condition given in the question, and thereafter we apply the formula for the perimeter of triangle, and thereafter we obtain the value of x. So in this way this question is also complete. Now come to the last question, that is question number 26 of the exercise 6.1, and in this way this exercise will be finished. So the 26th question is what? A man wants to cut 3 lengths from a single piece of board of length 91 centimeter. The second length is to be 3 centimeter longer than the shortest, and the third length is to be twice as long as the shortest. सबसे first you let the shortest length be x. The second length is to be 3 centimeter longer than the shortest. So second length will be x plus 3, which is 3 centimeter more than the shortest. The second length is 3 centimeter longer than the shortest, and third length is to be twice as long as shortest, and third length will be equal to twice as long as shortest. So length of our shortest was x, that it will be 2x. Now the question is asking what are the possible length of the shortest board if the third piece is to be at least 5 centimeter longer than the second. Third piece is, that is 2x. 2x is, what are the possible length of the shortest board if the third piece is to be at least 5 centimeter longer than the second. At least 5 centimeter longer than the second. It means x plus 3 plus 5. So now the condition, a length of 91 centimeter has to be divided into 3 parts. The length of shortest length is x, second length is x plus 3, and third length is 2x. So now since the length of these all 3 parts, x plus 2x plus x plus 3, either less than or equal to 91, because 91 was the total length of the board, from which we divide 3 boards of the length of these 3. So there is possibilities that either the sum of these 3 boards will be equal to 91, or either the sum of these 3 boards will less than 91, but there is no chance of more than 91. So solve this inequality. So solving this inequality, we will have x plus 2x plus x, 3x, 4x plus 3 is smaller than equal to 91. So 4x is smaller than equal to 91 minus 3. So 4x is smaller than equal to 88. So x is smaller than equal to 88 by 4. So we have x is smaller than equal to 22. It means the value of x, the length of the shortest side must be equal to 22 or less than 20. Now there is one more inequality. It is saying that so possible. Now it is saying that suppose this is your equation 1, or suppose this one is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now solve from equation 1. From equation 1 you will get the minimum value of x. 2x is greater than equal to x plus 8. So now 2x minus x is greater than equal to 8. So x is greater than equal to 8. It means that the value of x, this is equation 3. Now from equation 2 and 3, we have the value of x which is less than equal to 22 and greater than equal to 8. It means this is your solution. The value of x will start from 8 and up to 22. Any value between the 8 and 22, including 8 and 22, will be the value of this inequality. So this is your required answer, because you have to satisfy this condition also. From this condition we got the minimum length of the shortest side, but to satisfy this inequality you have to solve this inequality also, and you have to get the value of x which satisfy both inequality, this one and this one also. So in this way your exercise 6.1 has been completed. Now all of you supposed to complete this exercise and upload solution in your class WhatsApp group and practice some more questions of this type. Okay, thank you.